Okay. I'd like to meet Lucy, actually. But I didn't want to be. Hey, Colette. Okay, Flower, I'll check that out. Nice of you to pop on to say hello. Hope you're all right. I'm going to have a look at my message in a minute. Take care, Flower. I'll go and have a quick maybe at my message on Facebook, shall I? Me go and have a little look. Because I'm just nosy. Oh, wow. Congratulations, girl. You do know you only have to do 15 years for murder. Are you, Marlon? You're early tonight, aren't you? Are you up early or is it? What time is it where you are? Canada, is it? And where you from? I get muddled up. Well, you go out and enjoy yourself, Colette. Don't worry about us. We'll be fine. You stayed home from work last night, sick. Oh, dear. I hope you're okay. You slept last night, bless you. I don't know. Well, I hope you're not going to be poorly. You can't do what you've been poorly. We can't. You're allowed sick leave. I don't know. And actually, I was going to try and pop on one of your digs. You know, one of your detecting videos and Cling went out of my head. Alberta, Canada. I thought you were in Canada. Time zone, it's 12:30 p.m. Oh, so it's lunchtime. Ooh, that sounds painful. Any problems with hips? It's not good. You do need to be careful, look after yourself. You know that, don't you? On my instructions. Well, I can't even, I'm not allowed anti-inflammatories. I have to suffer it. Go home and suffer. I can't have anything like that. You know, all these lovely pain relief sprays like Deep and Rubs, Deep Heat, and all this algae, whatever they call it, and I can't use anything like that. I'm not allowed. I don't know what it is. It's anything. I can't have anything anti-inflammatory at all. Any of the creams, because I did ask. I knew I couldn't use the rubs, and I did ask if the spray would be all right. And I got, oh no! I thought, oh, sorry, I asked. Made me jump. No, you mustn't use anything like that. I can't have aspirin. Don't know why. I'm not what they call a bleeder. I don't think I am. Well, I am actually. I do bleed very easily a lot. But I'm not one of these. I forgot what they call it. There's a name for it, isn't there? You're comfy now. Good. Well, you've got all night to relax. And chill and yeah, and that's the thing. I unfortunately suffer a lot of my dad's ailments. I take after my father for a lot of things. The difference being he could have anti-inflammatories where I can't. So, suffer girl. I don't. I mean, when I get extensive pain, I have codeine phosphate. It's the only thing that works. But you ready for trivia today? All right. Some of these questions are stinkers, I can tell you. I always think they are anyway. Oh dear, I wouldn't know answers if I had to bloody ask. If somebody else were asking questions, I wouldn't have a clue. Oh dear. And the only way Kevin wins is because he's quick on Google. He's got his screen on, but he's also got his phone Googling. So he's good at it. We'll do that, Colette. You have a nice night as well. Enjoy your lovely evening out with your hubby. He does. He's very quick on the old Google, and a lot of people. I don't know how he does it so quickly, but he does. And but he did actually meet his match one night. I don't know whether you were on that night, but a friend of mine. Her mother was actually my friend, and she passed away. But her daughters I've stayed in touch with, and she's only young. I mean, she's only 21, I think, because her mum weren't very old, And I stayed in touch, and she decided to join us for the quiz night one night. Oh boy, and she actually didn't need Google so much. She's such a clever girl. And she beat Kevin. So he said she got to go with Naughty Book to meet him. It was so funny that night. It really was. I'm not kidding. Yeah, he took it all in good part, I mean, the thing is, she weren't Googling. She knew the answers. She's a clever girl. I mean, a lot of these things I would never in a million years be able to answer. I never thought about that actually, Marlon. It might be. I mean, I can do that on my PC. I don't, but I can. And I've also got Alexa, which I can ask her as well, which Kevin can as well. If he's got Alexa, that's the easy way to do it, really, because she's very, very quick. It's virtually an instant answer. So, you know, I mean, if he don't get it right first time, then he starts guessing. But usually, I reckon he's probably got Alexa that helps him with answers because he's very quick. Very quick. Oh dear. But hopefully they'll not be too long when they're joining us. I missed Percy's and John's live last night. I clean forgot all about it. And I feel so bad because he never lets us down, Percy or John, really. John started coming on a regular basis, and I feel awful if I don't go to theirs because they always support me. And it's not that I didn't want to, I just clean forgot. I'm absolutely shocking. My memory, and I seen they were coming up because I saw, you know, preview thingy come up, and I don't know which way my hair's supposed to go there. So yeah, I felt so bad because I was naughty girl. I missed you. Ooh, got my elbow cracked. So who knows? Maybe that's the answer. That's how he does it. Alexa. Gotta be careful I say her name or she'll be popping up. She will. I was asking her how to spell something other night and she totally misheard me. And I thought, what is she talking about? Harry was stood outside of me as well. And she totally misheard me. I had to ask her a second time. She got it the second time round. I forgot what it were now, what we're asking her. Tell you, my memory's shocking. Hey dear. So much so I realised my son came over on Friday and he helped me apply for a passport online because I lost mine when we moved. I mean, it was no good anyway to anybody because it was expired. It'd been expired years, but I never reported it. In fact, I think I burned it, to be honest. But anyway, I had to report it missing, which I did, lost, and they've cancelled that anyway, which did know, looking at when it was last issued, that it wouldn't be any good to anybody. But that's by the by. They gave me a reference number, and I had to use this reference number to do and they said they sent me a message saying that I could apply online now. I thought I've just paid £12.99 for photos, and then I'm doing it online. And I said, Daniel, what are we going to do about photo? He says, I'll take you on. And apparently you can do it on a phone. So I had to take my glasses off again. Well, the photo he's got of me on that passport is worse than the ones I had done in town. I'm not kidding. I look half dead. I look zombified on first one they had done, but that one he's took. Oh my good night. I'm sure they'll chuck me in a coffin and bury me at sea when I get on the boat. Because that's where we're going on. We're going on a cruise. We're hoping to anyway. But as regards memory, they needed to know like my mum's maiden name and blah de blah and all the rest. And did she have a middle name, which she did. And then my dad's name, and did he have a middle name? And I've not put his middle name down, and he did, and I forgot he had a middle name. So they haven't got that. So then my daughter's husband, he's doing the what they call it, what do they call it? You're telling them I am who I am. He's confirming that I am who I am. And my daughter's saying he's doing it now. Does my granddad have a middle name? And I said, yeah. And I told her what it were, and she says, okay. And then I thought, after she gone off phone, I thought, oh, I didn't put that down. So I don't know whether I'm going to be in bother or anything yet. But I'm hoping it's not going to be the 10 weeks they said it could take. But apparently it can be a little bit quicker when you book it, when you order it online. So apply online, I should say. So hopefully I'll have my passport and then we can get looking and booking. But we've seen, well, I've seen one that would be nice. We're whale watching. So we're hoping to go to Norway. Yeah, well, we're thinking on lines of it could be just a couple of weeks, you know, because they've got everything on computer anyway now, because we've done it via computer. So they've not got a lot to do, have they, apart from, you know, print the bugger off and that be it, send it. We've done job for them. Or at least my son's done job, and my son-in-law's done job for him, not me. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I am so excited. I've not been away. We went and stayed in Spain in 2009, I think it was, for 7 months in a big American RV. We bought a big American RV. Oh dear. Talk about got your eyes rubbed out. Yeah, we did. But anyway, and we had 7 months in Spain. And then we came back, and we've not been away since, not been abroad anywhere since. And then we did decide to buy a caravan about just before flaming COVID. Ugh, I think we got caravan in 2019, something like that. And then in 2020, COVID struck. So we only used that about 4 times, 3 or 4 times. So then we sold that because we didn't want to be, it feels it's not fit enough now to be towing a caravan on a vehicle. So that's that. We got rid of it. Yeah, well, apparently you really need to either keep it up or at least let them know when it's expired and send it through when they destroy it. But the last time we sent a passport through, hiya Dee, how you doing, Flower? Last time I sent a passport back that was expired, it was to renew, and they sent me old passport back, and all they'd done was just like pierced a hole in the top of it, right through it. So you could have hung it up. I wondered why they'd done that, but that was just to show that it was. That was just to show it was expired and no good. So if anybody had have tried to use that, they wouldn't have got away with it anyway. Well, I actually did a full application, but because I actually went online and reported it missing or lost, that's what speeded things up a little bit for me. So I'm hoping that everything is, you know, hunky-dory. And then I can get away. Have you, Dee? Have you had a message back? Have you heard from him? I wonder what I thought, oh, is he? Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Has he gone anywhere nice? I'm waiting on my jollies. How's it going cruising, girl? Oh, a big ship. He's okay. That's good to know. As long as he's okay. Bless him. I bet he's ready for holiday. I don't think he's had one for years, has he? Don't think he's had one all the time we've known him. Bless him. Yeah, bless. Yeah, he'll enjoy it. Bless him. He'll make the most of his time, because I know it's been a while since because of COVID, same thing with everybody else, isn't it? Like we've had. Like I just saying to Marlon, that got a caravan and then bloody COVID it. And then really Harry just got too old and, to be dragging a caravan about back at that vehicle. So we decided we'd get rid of it, and we did. So we only had that really for about 4 holidays. A lot of bloody money for 4 holidays. We could have gone abroad for that same money. Mind you, I must admit, I did enjoy. We went to Wales to see, and I met, went to see Jane at Crafting Shed Davis, and we had some fabulous holidays down there. I think we went about 4 times. 3 times with caravan. I think it were 3 times. Well, 3 times with caravan and once in little bus thing that we bought first, but it weren't very. We slept in it all right, but it were all right. How are you getting? Are you sorted now? Are you in your new craft room, or what's happening in your big space? You need me to send you a load of stuff down to fill it? I can send you plenty of stuff to fill it. But according to Mandy, you probably got enough. Really? Oh, wow. Oh, bloody hell, I hope she's not got COVID. Not again. Oh, it's not going to leave us alone, is it, this COVID thing? It's just not. It's enough to drive you nutty. It really is. I know I've not heard from her. I messaged her and she messaged me back, but then she said she just got back from yours. What's Kay likes? Are they shelves or something? Oh, yes, I mean, I was actually going to send Mandy a picture of, here he is. Hiya, Percy, how you doing, Flower? My apologies for not coming onto your live last night. I clean forgot. I have no excuse, Percy. I just completely forgot. And I feel so bad because you never let me down. You're always there to support me. And I was telling you, my head was somewhere else yesterday. Custard Crusader, bless you. I don't know. So we've not got many in actually tonight. There's no Kevin yet. And he put me, I don't know whether anybody else knew about this, but he put me on a challenge last week. And I've rose to the challenge. So he needs to be here, else I shall be cross. He needs to see what I've been up to. Yeah, more or less. I mean, I'm just like dizzy as usual. But yeah, everything's good. I had my lad here on Friday, bless him. He was good enough to come and help me organise my passport application online. I ain't got a clue. I have just no idea these days. I'm absolutely useless. I got all on cancelling old passport. But I managed that, and I actually did get a reference number, which I did save the whole thing when it come through email so that he could have a look. And bless him, he come Friday straight from work, so I cooked him a nice tea. He is a little love. I don't know how I'd managed so long without him. But that's another story. I'm gone to forget. the story of Beyond, back of Beyond now. So, yeah, and as soon as I get my passport, we're going to go looking and booking. I'll go and have a look in a bit then, Dave. But I've not got any further in here. Can't, as much as I try. I've not got the energy. I've not got the oomph I need. I just don't have any energy at all. So I can't sort of motivate myself very well. And I did start making a couple of bits and bobs, but then I'm following instructions, so I thought, as she was giving them, but I were missing something. And you know, you look at it and you think, this is not like us. There's something wrong here. I'm doing something wrong. And you start again from the beginning at thing, and you're unpicking and sewing again and unpicking. And I thought, I'm going to have to put this down, or else I'm going to, you know, throw something. So that's me. And I'm just not, my head's just not getting around it at all. And no, va-va-voom. If I get a holiday this year, that could be the thing that clears my head. I hope. I'm hoping that, you know, if I get away, it'll boost me again a bit. So we'll have to see what happens with that. I wondered whether this Kevin is, because he's put me on a challenge last week. And I've done it, so he better come on, or else he's in trouble. Big trouble. I sat yesterday and I thought I'd got another one already written up for this week. And when we finished last week, I thought, yikes, I haven't. I am getting ready for that holiday. I am really. And I just can't wait. I'm buying all sorts of clothes. Oh, my God. Well, all my clothes that I had, nice clothes, I've sent them to charity shop because I've lost that much weight. I mean, bear in mind, I was like an 18, 20, and now I'm like a 12, 14, and then 12 is nearer to 14 than 14. So all the good clothes I had, I had some beautiful clothes when we lived up in Orkney, and he wouldn't let me take them all. He says, oh, send them to charity shop. Oh, I got some gorgeous things, but he wouldn't let me take them. Made me get rid of them. I'm not surprised. I mean, you could have done without it, really, couldn't you, with everything else that's going off. But at the same time, I know you want to get in there and get, you know, doing. No. Is he looking at the answer sheet? He'll be lucky. Because in actual fact, next week it's all jumbled up. Because as I were writing them out, I decided I'd do 3 weeks. So I sat and wrote 3 weeks quizzes out yesterday. And I got myself a bit kerfuffled and told me I've got to flip sheets about next week. This week's one's all right, but then next week's went a bit haywire. Have a good night, Colette. Take care, Flower. I've ordered a swimsuit because actually, again, I had a brand new, beautiful swimsuit and I never used it. And it was in my drawer, untouched, unused, unworn, still with tags and everything on. And I sent it to a charity shop because that were a size 20 and I'm a size 10, 12. So, excuse me. So I've ordered the size 10, 12, 12, 14, sorry, not 10, 12. I put a 12, 14. So hopefully when that comes, and it is a nice one, and it's sort of it's a tummy control one. I know I've not got a big tummy, but there's a lot, it's sort of very, because I've lost so much weight, it's just a bit misshaped. Yeah, I won't be doing any swimming, I don't think, as such. But apparently, if we do go on the cruise ship that we've been looking at, there is a solarium, and it's adults only. So children, they've got their own little place they can go and swim in. They've got like a water park on board ship, if you know what I mean. And they've got little pools and water slides and that kind of thing. So the adults can have a peaceful evening or whatever, afternoon in the solarium, and just enjoy the peace and quiet. And that is just my cup of tea. So I thought, well, I do need a swimsuit for that. And I hadn't got one, as I said, because I gave my brand new one away. I gave it to charity shop. So I got one. I've ordered one, and hopefully it will be all right. It should be here next week. I've got about 3 or 4 handbags on the way, because it's sort of dressed up dining at night. If you're going into where Captain has his meals, you've got to get dressed up. And that to me is part of cruise. I enjoyed that part very much. You know, getting tarted up and going in, you know, clunk, clunk, clunk in your eye, sort of thing. And we'll go right on to bloody captain's thing with no teeth. And not have me at table, captain's table, that's for sure. So, well, these cruises, Dee, now, Claire and I decided that because it's just the 2 of us going, we're going for a deluxe cabin with balcony. And she was talking to somebody that she knew, and they've just had a cruise. And she says they booked a last minute on their cruise, and I think it's the same one that we're going on or wanting to go on. And instead of it being like, I think it's 1,099 for this particular ship, and it is one of the oh God, what they call them, Caribbean. I should know because I worked in a bloody travel agent, and it's just gone out of my head. But it's Anthem of the Seas, the actual ship's called. Oh God, it's massive. And it's like for a week, for 2 people in that particular cabin, it's 1,099 each, I believe, for a week. But you can have your breakfast in there. You can also have other stuff brought to your cabin, all free of charge. And you've got your balcony, outside balcony. And Claire was saying that another lady that she knew, she was talking to, and she'd just been on one of these cruises, if it wasn't that particular one. And she says they waited till the very last minute, and they got a deluxe cabin for £500 each. Oh my God. So she says, we can go anytime when you've got your passport. So we might be going earlier, depending on, yeah. Oh, my 2 grandsons and Claire and Glenn, they've swum with dolphins. Oh, kids loved it, absolutely. They even got the boys. Adam did it all right. I think it was Adam that did it all right. Where they got you on, they come behind you on your feet and push your feet. And but Tom, it didn't work out right. But they had a whale of a time. It was lovely. The kids loved it, you know, and Claire and Glenn did as well. And I mean, I would have loved to have swum with dolphins, but yeah, I'm still. I mean, I've seen dolphins like so many, and I mean literally thousands at one time when we were in Australia and we were actually going whale watching. I mean, we didn't really get to see a proper whale such, but there were literally thousands of dolphins in front of the boat that we were on, and it weren't a very big boat, and we were travelling quite fast, and I can't believe how fast dolphins swim. But it were amazing, absolutely amazing. Seeing them that many. I've never seen so many dolphins in one place, you know, not that I go a lot anywhere, but you know what I mean. And it was amazing to see them. But all we saw for whales were just the water spout. And then she dove because she got a calf with her and she didn't want boats near her. And one of the boats were getting a bit too close for comfort, I think. And yet they warned in America that it's illegal to get too close to whales. Because for that reason, mother goes down too far and calf tries to follow her. He can't breathe, he can't hold his breath as long as his mother can. And he can drown. Hence, they don't like them going too close with boats to the dolphins. But you know, there's always some in there. Because we saw one of the littler boats, and he was not dolphins, whales. I'm talking about now. Yeah, he was close, too close, and the guy that were running this trip on our ship, he said he could get himself into an awful lot of trouble, and it is a lock-upable offence, custody offence. Is that what it's? I don't know. How would you put it? Custody. Yeah, you can get locked up in other ways. But we never saw any. And as I said, when we got back to harbour, we had his hand stamped, and they said if you show that here tomorrow, you'll get on for free. But it took us about 3 or 4 hours to get there that day. My auntie had took us, who lives out there, and of course then we got to get back to her place, which was about 3 or 4 hours away, and then there was just no way that we were going back. She says, "You do know you're not going back tomorrow, don't you?" And I said, "Well, we gathered." Yeah, it's a bit too far to be coming every day. So we never did get to see him. So it'd be nice. But I mean, you see so much. I've been trying to research when the best time is to go whale watching in Norway, in fjords. And basically, it's like all year round. So you like custody things. Oh, bless you, Percy. You want to go in custody, do you? I'll get her a box of custard and I'll tip it over you. You want to be in custody. Yeah. I don't know. It just says, one said all year round, and then others are saying, well, if you go from, what were it now? May to end of July, or October to January. And then another one says something different days. And I'm thinking, that's more or less what other one said about all year round. Oh, excuse me. Got hiccups. Oh, I hate hiccups. So, you know, it's taking potluck really. Now, Simon, our next door but one neighbour, next door but two neighbour, he's just come back and he's actually Paul next door's son. So, and we're hoping they've come back. And we're hoping I get a chance to ask him, you know, if they'd seen any whales while they were away. Because because it's second time this year. They went early in the year, just before Easter or just after Easter or around Easter sometime. I think it was. But this is the second time this year they've been, and we're only into June, aren't we? Just so bloody hell. Oh, it might have been January. Thinking about it, because yeah, it might have been. I don't know. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I've got to find me some of my posh clothes out. I have still got the gown, and I'm going to call it a gown because oh boy is it. Talk about drop tone with that one. I got this. I wore this gown I'm talking about now. I wore it when I went on my Caribbean cruise. I think I wore it twice, but it was Captain's night. And you got your photo took with Captain. And it's a wine colour, and it's sparkling Durex type. It's got Bordeaux top, and then it's down back as well. And then it's got like a bit of a train on it. And this dress was, if you remember, cast your mind back to when, if you can remember even, when C&A were closing down. Locals, none of you might know, but definitely in our area, Sheffield, C&A was closing down. Everybody were absolutely up in arms about it. We discussed it because I love C&A. It was a good shop. But they were literally on the last days of this closing down sale. And I saw this dress. Now Claire were with me. And I said, oh my God, look at that. Now the prices on them, it was like 200 and... I don't know, 230, 240 pounds this year. Yeah. And I thought, no. Anyway, I said, it's a size 18. It'll not fit me because I were only at that time round about a 12. But Claire says, try it on, see what it's like. So I says, not worth it really, is it? How much it is? I forget how much I paid for it exactly, but I tell you now, it weren't 200 quid. I got it, I think, for 30 something. And I snatched the rand off. It weren't much more than that. It was around about the 30, 35 pound mark. And I couldn't believe me luck. And that definitely didn't go to the charity shop. It's still in my wardrobe, that dress. And I'll never, ever part with it until I'm up there. And then they can do what they like with it. Yeah. Hiya, Lou. Really? Well, to be quite honest with you, there's only 5 in it now with you. And if you can't, stay on, I'm not going to do a quiz for like 4 people. It's just not worth it. And I'm sorry for everybody else that's on, but it's just not. So, I'll just do a natter, and if Kevin don't come on as well, because he did put me a challenge on last week. I don't know whether anybody else heard. Did you hear it, what he challenged me? Coats and hats. Do you know, I can't remember what the C&A stood for now. It did, obviously did stand for something, but I can't remember what it was now. Well, it's that long ago. But yeah, I've still got that dress, and I wouldn't part with it. You've been kicked 4 or 5 times already. By whom? Who's kicking you? Who's kicking you, Lou? Oh, that's absolutely flat as. Oh, I'm not drinking as much of this as I do, and it's the only thing to pepper. It doesn't stay fizzy for that long. It goes flat quick. Is that what it's standard for? Standard? Bloody hell, where's my grandma? Oh, she died a bit back. What is wrong with me, brothers? I'm doing it wrong way again. Oh my God, bloody hell. Right, Clemens and August. Well, I didn't know that, to be fair. So I didn't know whether it was something to do with like city names or whatever. But yeah, I've still got that gown and I won't part with it. But I doubt I'll ever wear it again. And I certainly don't think I'd wear it with Claire. You know, it's all right when you've got your hubby on your arm and he's got a nice tuxedo and everything on, and that's what Ernie had. You know, he got himself a lovely tuxedo suit. Boy, did he look the business. And I had a photograph of us both, and believe it or not, that photograph we had took with the captain. I had it in the front pocket of my suitcase, not thinking anybody's not going to want to pinch that. But when we got disembarked in Palma in Mallorca, getting to go for a flight home, some bugger had took all my things out of there because I got one of the waiters gave me all the menus that we'd had all the 18, because it were an 18-night cruise, that one. He gave me all the menus that we'd had. Because my son were a chef and I wanted to show him what kind of stuff we'd been eating. I mean, he wouldn't know what to make just by looking at menus, but somebody took them out my bag. There were a couple of photos and something else that went, newspaper, I think it were, that went missing out my suitcase pocket because I didn't bother locking it because I didn't think anybody would be wanting to pinch photographs of me and Ernie, and you know, but they went. I was definitely posh totty. You should have seen shoes, heels, and you know, everything I did. I had the works. I really looked the business, makeup, everything, and I felt $1 million. It were absolutely brilliant that night. I loved it. I think we did a couple of nights like that, but there's only one night through the whole cruise where you actually have your opportunity to have your photo took with the captain. And we did that night and we bought the photo. Hello, Doomhead. How are you? Welcome to my channel. Nice to have a new face. I look like $1 million. I wish I had $1 million. But thank you for the compliment. Bless you. Oh, do I? I know. I feel like I should be, you know, buried with $1 million. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and you've got to make from the Netherlands. Well, that's where we're heading for, hopefully in September. Well, Netherlands, yeah, it is, isn't it? Norway, is it? No, it is, isn't it? Scandinavia, Norway. Oh, I can't think. Brain's gone dead. Norway, Holland, and what's? Oh, I can't remember. Brain's dead. Brain's dead. I don't know. But it was good. We enjoyed it. I mean, we had five different Caribbean islands we visited. Didn't like St. Lucia at all. St. Kitts was Scruffy Beach. Let me see what else. Oh, we went to Antigua. Oh my God, that place is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Where did we go? Oh, another one. Grenada. That's the Spice Island. Oh, it was lovely. Oh, as soon as you get off boat, you can smell all different spices. It's fantastic. Loved that. I think that must have been, what it, 4 Island. Oh, and of course we set off from Barbados, because we flew to Barbados and then got on our ship in Barbados, and then we did the Caribbean islands, and then we came across the Atlantic, 3 days solid sailing, 3 full days and nights, and we arrived in Madeira. Then we did the Spanish coast, Cadiz. I can't remember where we went now. Cadiz. No, it's gone. Absolutely gone. Mind you, I'm casting my mind back to 2000, which is 23 years ago, and it was February 23 years ago in 2020. So yeah, it's a long time ago. And then we did. I think 3. There were Cadiz was one of them. We went to Madeira. Nice place, but it's very religious island, and although it's a very pretty island, it's not, I wouldn't go for a holiday there personally, because I'm not that kind of a religious person. But it is a beautiful island. There's no getting away from it. If you're into beautiful gardens and church and what have you, I mean, at night we actually came into Madeira late on the evening. It was about 10 o'clock-ish. We should have been there at 3 in the afternoon, but we were delayed through bad weather on crossing Atlantic. Believe you me, we had some bad weather. Yeesh. But I've seen people have worse than what we had. But when we were actually coming into Madeira, you're sort of going down a channel, a bit like a fjord, if you like. And it's like going past this part of island, and the churches, there's a church right on the top of the hill, and it's all lit up. It was absolutely stunning. It was breathtaking, absolutely. And as I say, as much as not really into religion in that sense, but there's no denying it's a beautiful place. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, I wouldn't mind that myself, Doomhead. I would love to go to Las Vegas and play some slots. I'm hoping that there's going to be a casino on board ship. I did well on the ship's casino when I went to Caribbean. I did. I'm a bit of a cheapskate though. I allowed myself £25. Went in, and over I'd say about an hour and a half we were in there. Just Julie and myself, because we met some friends on ship that we knew from our town where we lived. And Julie and I decided to go in casino for a while, and went in with 25, come out with 50. I don't get them back. I'm too tight for that. And then the following night we went back in again, and I only took again £25, and I came out again with 50. So I like to bub my money both nights, and that were enough. I says, come on, we're going. I'm not losing it. I'm not letting them have it back. But it was good fun. I mean, I've never played a roulette table in my life before, and that was the only time I've ever done it. And I had no clue what I was doing. I was just putting chips wherever, I didn't even know how much chips were worth at the time. But yeah, I won. quite happy about that. I never got to any kind of a loss. I won't lose silly money on a. I know some people can become addicted to it, can't they? I could with slot machines, I'll be honest. I wouldn't know when to stop on a slot machine. Oh, well, it might just be this next one. That's me on the slot machine, but not on roulette table. I just, I knew when to stop. Or at least wise, I knew when not to give it back. But there weren't many people winning much that night, I don't think, really. Except me. Julie won a little bit, I think, first night, but she didn't win anything second night. But I did. And that was because I put money on my daughter's birth date, number 22. And every time I put on 22, nearly every time it came up. So this time, I'm hoping there's one, a casino on chip, because I'm taking real thing with me this time. She can blow on me chips, and there we go. Oh dear, bless her. I don't know. But we're only going for a 7-nighter wherever we go. She don't want to be away from Glenn and kids for kids. They're not kids, they're grown men, I know they are, but it's a family, and she don't want to be away from them. She likes going away with them and going away with Glenn. I thought Glenn might have come because it were going to be a short one, but I think he just thought it'd be nice for Claire to myself just to be, have a week together. I'm not sure if Claire felt that same way, but Glenn thought she might prefer that, So I says to her, he's a brave man if he wants to go on holiday with his mother-in-law. Not many men will. But yeah. So I don't know. So Kev's not joined us tonight. Did somebody say he weren't well? Or am I imagining that? I might be imagining it, you see. I don't know that I'm coming or going off at time, do I? But he did, as I say, he did put me on a challenge last week, and even though he's not here, I'm gonna show you what he had me do. He challenged me to make some glasses that maybe Elton John would wear. So, that way. So I had a little play, and they are real glasses. They're an older pair of, they're not that old. I think they're about, not the last prescription I had, but the prescription before that. So they're only like 2 years old, because I've only just got these. And I had a little play with them. And I've done them in such a fashion that I can take what I put on off. I'll show you my glasses. Just a minute. Let me turn my camera off. Give me a minute. And tell me what you think. Where are we? We're about them then. I am a fan of Dr. Pepper, yeah. What do you think to me, Elton John glasses then? Butterflies, diamonds. Oh dear, he had me. I says, I'm going to take you up on it. So I did. I did some Elton John glasses for him. But I can't see very well through them these days. Madam Butterfly, yeah. Oh dear. And I forgot all about it until this, just before that time would it be? About 4 o'clock. I went, oh, I've not done that challenge that Trev put on me, and I forgot all about it until then. So then I thought, what the heck am I going to do? Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll have a look for some bling. Well, I did try one thing and the wire and all that stuff, but it didn't work. So they're all stuck on with double-sided tape. Rocking crocodile rocking. Yeah, I just thought, because he has big things stuck on side of his, doesn't he? So, but that's Diamante's look on front, all the way around, and they go actually round side. He looked back at butterflies. There, and then you've got a dove in the middle, and you've got your 2 butterflies. So I rose to the challenge. Very Elton they are, aren't they? Yeah. So who knows what he'll challenge me to next? It's not very often I won't take a challenge on, but you know, if it's too outlandish, I probably wouldn't. But I thought that one's quite a reasonable one. Because what last one? What did I have to do last time? Do you remember? See what I mean about not being able to remember things? He challenged me to do something, and I can't remember what it was. Hiya, Chris. I was beginning to wonder. How you doing, Flower? There's not many of us in tonight, so it's not a quiz night. It's just a natter along night. You've just missed me Elton John glasses that Trev botted me. We should go on a ghost. Oh no, thank you. There you go. There's me Elton glasses, Chris. You've not missed anything now. They're what Kevin challenged me to do. So I took up the challenge. But we don't know where Trevor is. Well, we know Trevor's abroad somewhere nice. I think you said abroad, didn't you, Dee? He's on holiday anyway, bless him. So well, at least we know he's okay, which is good. We like to know that he's okay because I've not heard from him for a little while. Mandy's not well, so sending best wishes to Mandy, bless her. She's worrying about maybe COVID, and I hope to God she's not got COVID. And then Kevin, we just don't know. Although last week, his little boy wasn't very well on a Monday night because he had to finish, if you remember, he had to leave quick because his little boy weren't very well. But I don't know what his reason is tonight, but he's going to get an earful when I see him, or when I speak to him again, because he weren't here for me challenge. And I went to the whole trouble of doing it at last minute, mind, again, as usual, because I forgot. I mean, I don't even know what reminded me. I have no idea what made me think about that challenge. And I just sort of thought, oh, I've got to my Elton John glasses. Oh my God, quick, what can I do? What can I do? Second attempt that word, didn't like first thing I did. I tried to make some beaded curly things going up here, but the wire was too thin, I think, and it was rubbish. So I thought, if I got something I can stick to them, so I used double-sided tape. Yeah. I don't know. So what's everybody been up to? I've been shopping on internet a lot. Don't tell Harry. I'm sure he'll notice at some time when stuff starts dropping on door, arriving at door. But I ordered a handbag from AliExpress. Oh, a nice handbag from AliExpress. And I thought, well, I've already got a red one upstairs that is brand new, I've never used. That I thought I like a wine coloured one, a darker red, because this one's like a bright red. So I had a look on Ali and I found one, so I sent for that. But I also spotted a blue bag set, and I think there's 4 bags, different sizes, obviously, and a wallet and a change purse, loose change purse. And that was £21 for the lot. And I ummed and ahed, and I put it in my trolley, yeah, like you do. And then I took it out again. And I paid for the red bag and that with that. But then today I've been back on and had another look at it. And I put a nice blue clutch bag in, a very dressy clutch bag, and then also that blue bag set. So he's gonna just lose it a bit when they come, when they arrive. I've never had a problem with AliExpress, if I'm honest, never. I mean, but I tell you one thing now then, I don't know if anybody else saw this, but on Facebook, was it Friday? It might have been Friday, about this Temu company, warning people, if you put Temu app on your phone, they can get into everything on your phone, and I mean literally everything. The company is a cover for hope I'm not insulting anybody here, but it was saying communist China, and there's all sorts of other things, and the stuff that you get in is not quality stuff, it's cheap tax stuff. You're getting what you pay for, basically. So, but it worried me, the fact that it were telling you things that they can get. Well, as well as your diamond paint, Indy, because yeah, they are Doomhead. Yes, definitely. Apparently, if you've got their app on your phone, then they can get it. They can get into you. I don't know how they do it. I'm not technical at all, but this is a guy that obviously got some idea of what he was talking. He was talking a bit technical, but he was saying, telling people to be very careful and not to put Temu's app on your phone. Most of them just shot through the website. Well, that's actually what I thought, but I certainly won't put it on me. I am terribly paranoid about apps. I don't put apps on my phone. I mean, even my daughter's got all these apps on her phone for various things, and I think, oh my God! Apart from the fact that I would be totally lost and bewildered with everything, I'm a bit. She's even got Tesco Club Card on her app, and she's got Asda, reward thing app on her phone. And I think, oh, I couldn't go flying through everything. the way she does when she's got to start paying, because everything's on her phone. But then she was telling me I've got to start using my chip and pin. Don't do contactless with your card in a supermarket, because apparently my grandson, the youngest one, has had his pin hacked because he used contactless on the wherever it were, its supermarket. Somebody nearly got 300 quid out of his account, apparently. The fraud department rang him and said, we've stopped it, so they've not got anything out. This is what happened to me, though. But if you're using chip and pin, you're fine. If you do it contactless, they can follow you with their card and you can pay for their stuff. So be very careful. Now, this is fraud people at bank telling him this, but they've stopped it. They've stopped his money losing. But I mean, I had it happen to me when I don't think it went through contactless though, but it was because I got something on I got my thing on my PC, my details, card details, and on this particular PC, that I wanted them to mend, correct, make it better, sort of thing. And they had it overnight, and on my birthday, because it was round my birthday, on my birthday, I got a phone call from Halifax, and I thought, Halifax don't ring you, banks don't ring you. And I said, I answered call. And he says, no, we're front fraud. He says, have you purchased a suit, a £600 suit? I said, what? No, we didn't think you had. We didn't think it was you. So he says, we've actually put the money back into your account. It has been used. It's been. Now, the only way that could have got that was if this is not ATM, this is actually details were on my PC and I took it in for repair. And somebody managed to get it off there. They knew exactly where it was spent, everything. They told me, and they said it was in Meadowhall, where they'd spent the money, but with my card details. Now, how the hell? Because they haven't got my card. My card's in my handbag, always is, in my purse. And my purse never gets left anywhere. I don't even put my handbag down for a minute. It's on my shoulder or it's in my bag, and I hang it on trolley if I'm in the supermarket. Nobody can get my handbag off me. Not without fighting me for it, and then I think people had noticed, you know what I mean? And if my daughters were me, she'd kill them anyway. She won't let anybody, manhandle me. Sort of thing. So yeah, but that's where we think they got our number from, my number from, bank details, because they were in my PC. But they told me they couldn't get into it. So I don't know. I mean, I'm saying I don't know. They must have. They absolutely must have, because there was no way anybody else could have ever got them details, only out of that PC. And it was broke. So I know it went, well, we knew it went Dave anyway, who normally does it for us, but one shop, because he says, I can't get into it. He says, it's an all-in-one. He says, I've never dealt with him. He says, I can't even. He said, if I'm with that, then you take it to a proper engineer, they'll not touch it, because I've been delving into it. So he says, I'm not going to, just for your benefit, I'm not going to touch it, and we never left it with him. So I know we knew it weren't him. Do I really? Thank you, Ripcat. And welcome to my channel. So that's, you've just got to be so careful. But I were lucky, we got it back. That this was £600, and I thought, well, if somebody's paying £600 for a suit, it's got to be a wedding, hasn't it, or something? I would have thought anyway, you know. I mean, in our village, or not this village, but in Dinnington, would you don't know Dinnington, but oh, let me tell you, you don't want to. You just really do not want to. So, yeah, it just shows you anybody can get. But I don't now. I mean, I don't use contactless now. I always put my card. It's not. I mean, usually, funnily enough, in Tesco, for some reason, it's worked everywhere else fine, but in Tesco's now and again it won't work, and I have to put my card in and use my number. So it's no different for me in Tesco's. I usually do that anyway. It is definitely a disaster. I'm terrified of that. I always have cash on me, always. When I go out, I've got Tesco. Oh no, I like Tesco. I'm afraid I do like Tesco. I will not leave because you look amazing. Oh wow. Oh, dear me. You got eyesight trouble. Hey dear. But yeah, no, I just you know, I always use my card anyway you know, put my number in it anyway, because Tesco's always says, oh, it's not took it, we need to put your card in. I said, here we go again. It's only occasionally when it's ever actually done it properly. So just, I don't bother trying to put it in now. I just don't bother trying to do it contactless. I just took it straight in the machine and put my pin in that way. The other thing, of course, is you've got to be careful who follows you at an ATM machine. And I've noticed this last week, Harry and I went, when I went to pick my glasses up, Harry and I went to, I said, oh, just call at bank and check account, you know. And there used to be two ATMs there. And one was lower, which was ideal because I'm in my wheelchair. So now they've got one machine and it's up there. And I'm struggling. So thank you very much, Halifax, for that. Very thoughtful of you. So yeah, so you just got to be so careful, haven't you, really, with everything these days. But yeah, I don't want this. Harry thought it was a Bitcoin, and I said, Bitcoin's not real currency, Harry. It's virtual currency. It's all a load of BULS, you know. I won't mess about it like that. So, but what do you do? We don't seem to be getting a choice, do we? It's all being done for us on our behalf, whether or not we want it, which is a little bit worrying. You know, they're not even giving us the choice. This is the thing. They're not even asking us. And that's where I think all this is all heading for disaster. Yeah, the trouble is, you know, is one thing in stacking it and then having burglars, you know. I think, I mean, Harry was saying about they're going to stop letting people take the money out at bank. I said, they can't do that. I mean, it's your money. They can't stop you having it. Yeah, it's getting It's getting out of hand, and I think it's time for a rebellion, don't you? I think, quite honestly, it's not people of my age that are going to feel it. It's people of my daughter and son-in-law and my grandsons and my son that are going to be the ones that are, I think, going to get the brunt of all this. It does. It definitely does. And I know they say you can't take it with you. Well, can't take it anywhere, sound of things. I mean, Harry was saying today something about there's the MPs are wanting to stop inheritance tax. And Harry wasn't sure what inheritance tax was meant. So I said, well, if you inherit somebody's money when they die, basically you have to pay tax on that. So in other words, you don't get it all. You only get so much of it, and government gets the rest of it. And he didn't. Oh, he says, right. No, he says, well, why are they wanting to? He says, because they're talking about there's some MPs are wanting to stop it. Well, this is. They just. I don't know whether they must have somebody all day thinking, how can we upset nation again? What can we do today to upset everybody? Because it's every day something new. Every day some ridiculous idea that comes to mind. It is crazy. It really is crazy. You know, I mean, oh God. When I were a kid, you know, and I think when I was a child, and I know it was a long time ago, and things were an awful lot different, but there were never any worries like this. I mean, people, all right, they haven't got a lot of money. My mum and dad didn't. They got a job and they earned the money. They worked hard and earned the money. And they didn't have fancy holidays abroad or anything like that. They couldn't afford it. But, you know, we never went without anything. There was always food on the table. Always food. We were always warm. We were always dressed nicely. You know, Friday night was bath night, and there were 3 on you using that bathtub. You know what I mean? That water, and it were eldest first. Took little and got it last. Guess who was littlest? But that was then, and I don't know. Everything's just gone stupid. God, our lives were so much better in them all those years ago. Well, I don't worry too much about it because, like I said, Percy, I mean, in all fairness, with my health issues, I don't think I'm going to be worried about it like that for very long. You know what I mean? And I'm not being morbid and what have you, but I'm not being silly either. You know, you've got to. I mean, you've got to be sensible about these things. And my biggest worry is for my daughter and my son, and the families. You know. I do. I feel so sorry for them because I think it's all going to hit them more than it's ever going to hit us. Just start a small garden. What for? What for? To grow vegetables. Only grow flowers. I don't mean cauliflowers. No, we don't. We're not gardeners. We're too old for that, Chris. Much too old for that. Right, I'll keep you to that, Doomhead. I will. I'm next president. All right, everybody. Because too much as I can be. You're going to vote for me. I got my first vote. Oh, dear. But everybody's sort of feeling the pinch. I mean, we don't go without anything. Harry and I, we're comfortable. You know, we're not well off. We're not rich by any means, but we're comfortable. But last thing I want at this stage in my life is to start worrying about things. Well, I've got to say, Chris, I am royalist. And I think, as much as many people don't like Prince Charles, he is where he should be by his birthright. But I think, personally, that William would have made a better king because he's younger, he's got more stamina, he's a little bit more educated, better educated actually than his dad. But I'm not holding that against King Charles because, like I've said, as I do think William would have made a better king, but it is where he should be, King Charles, because it's his birthright. And let's face it, he's not a young man. So easy, just as long as he don't do anything too drastic in the short time he's going to be king. I don't think Camilla should be queen, no. I'm sorry. And I mean, I didn't like her when at first she come into all, I do think she's earned her place in Buckingham Palace. And maybe even she's earned a place outside of the king, but I don't think she should be queen. No, because he's royal. They don't, do they? Yeah, same with me actually, Percy. I mean, we had an RV and a caravan with her and both go, but I mean, we've got no mortgage. We're not into any, we've not got any major issues in that respect. So, I've got to say, with Harry and Meghan, Harry's very foolish. I think he's blinkered by Meghan. I liked her when they first got together, but unfortunately, my mind's been changed a lot because of the way that she was disregarded her family around the wedding time and all that hoo-ha we had then. And yeah, right, she had a few problems with her dad having some, bit of a English papers, and he was wrong, but he's still a father, and they've told so many lies. Yes, she is. I agree with you, Percy. Yeah, she's the instigator, I'm afraid. And like the little sheep that he is, Harry is thinking he's defending his mother. That's who he thinks is defending, because he thinks she's Diana reincarnated. I'm sure he does, because she thinks that. And it's and I think the only way they'll stay together now is because of the children. Because, well, for one thing, he wouldn't be able to bring them both here because Lilibet is American. She was born in America. She was baptized in America. She's an American citizen. Archie's not. Archie's British. He's English. He's also, you know, yeah, that's right. That's very true, Doomed. That's all it was. I mean, I thought she knew what she was taking on, and she'll be just right for him. She knows she knows what it's like to be in limelight, in front of everybody, because she's been on. But no, she is a manipulator, and yes, she's sideswiped him, hasn't she? And I don't think that's going to change. I mean, all this business about he's got hotel rooms because he can't, to get away. What the hell? I don't understand. They've got a bloody 16-bedroom house. Why does it need to go and get a flaming room in a hotel? A luxury room in a hotel at that. Just up the road from where they live. I don't know whether I buy into that. I don't know whether that's real. But a lot of people are saying it is. I don't know whether it's just gossip mongers or what. But hopefully, that can be an amicable settlement. But she's only in it for money and status, like Dumed said. Yeah, she wants people to see her as the Duchess. She's the new Diana. Well, no, she's not. She'll never be. She will never be the next Diana. That ship went down with last one, unfortunately. And she didn't want to be royal. Otherwise, she'd have stuck it out with royal family. I think Queen realised too late, because Queen actually said she was evil. She used that word about Meghan. She's evil. And Queen doesn't throw them kind of words around free willy-nilly. You know what I mean? So, I mean, God rest her soul. She must be turning in her grave with all that. But she knows what's been happening. She knew what were happening before she died, bless her. She could have done without all that. I actually think it didn't help. Maybe even urged things further forward. I don't know. I think he's just is Harry's a puppet now, and he don't want to lose her, so he'll dance to her tune, whatever she says. But I just wish he'd see sense. Get rid of her. The sooner the better. She's always had, apparently, she's always had ideas above the station. All this business about, I was watching something, I'm trying to think where I was watching now, but all this business about her writing to the president about women being the ones in the kitchen. It weren't just her, the whole bloody classroom wrote letters. Yes, Meg. Hello, spherical head. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, it's a shame. It really is a shame, because he thought he'd found true happiness, but he's not happy. I don't care what anybody says. It's clear on his face wherever he goes. He is not happy at all. And I think the only person that's going to help him get out of this mess is Princess Anne. You're very welcome, spherical head. We always like to see new faces. So there you have it, really. Princess Anne, or Princess Royal, whatever you want to call her. She's keeping an eye on Charles as well, by the way. She's not, you know. And her and Harry have always had a very good relationship. And I think if anybody is going to get Harry out of the mess that he's in now, and he is up to his ears in mess, she's the one that's going to help him. Because William has washed his hands of him, I'm sure he has. His father can't because of saving face, but I think he'd like to. But he won't. But I think Princess Anne's going to be the one to help him out there. Well, I'm hoping, Doomhead, that there won't be a World War III. And and I'm not sure, but I think we've got Guardians watching this planet very closely before that happens. I know a lot of people don't believe in, you know, other people out there. We're not the only planet with life on it. There are more intelligent, there need to be more intelligent people out there than what we've got on this planet, that's for sure. Because if we're all we've got, if what we've got on this planet running bloody countries that they do the way they do, we ain't got a chance. And we're looking at a program actually about Cheyenne Mountain in America. The truth is out there, Sphericled. And I don't care who thinks I'm a crazy old lady, but I have seen proof. I have seen just above my head a spaceship. I wasn't on my own. There were dozens of us. We'd just come out of college. And on a November night, and this bloody thing were right over us, it was nearly touching us heads. It was that close. I felt like I could reach up and touch it. It was huge. Absolutely bloody huge. And it was just above the highest point of the college roof on the top level. And we were all just stood there looking. These lights were flashing backwards and forwards across front. And we're all stood there just looking up and said, what the hell is it? And then it was gone. I put my head down. I was looking at somebody else, but brought my eyes down to look at somebody. Looked back up and it was gone. Not a sound, nothing. And I saw that, and I got a friend with me. She was there as well. And we both saw that. Well, there must have been more than a dozen people in that car park that night. All saw it. So you call me crazy old lady if you like. I know what I saw. I know what many of us saw that night. And I welcome them. Because if they can stop these idiots that's got the fingers on a button that's willing to blow this planet up, that's exactly what's going to happen. Because if they all start chucking these big bombs about that they've got, nuclear weapons, there won't be a planet to fight for because they'll have obliterated the bloody lot. It'll just finish this planet. I mean, I know where I've seen two actually. I saw that one where there were witnesses. I've also seen one. I was walking home from work one night, and I worked at back of a bar, but I didn't drink, by the way. And I saw a cigar-shaped one, but it was a long way. Oh, I could see it. It was obvious. I could see what it were, but it were a long way off, so I couldn't tell you how big that were. Apart from, it must have been big for the size I saw it, but that was a long way off, and it wasn't as impressive as what we saw that night. And I couldn't believe my eyes. I was scared. I've got to be honest. My heart was thumping. You know, I'm not bloody brave. You know, you've got bloody aliens over your head, hung over your head. I can't say that I saw anybody, any windows, but it was right over us. There was no windows showing, if you know what I mean. But yeah, they, I think, are keeping watch on this world to stop them obliterating it. They're there to step in if they're needed. I'm pretty sure about that. No, this is something that wasn't ever built on this planet that we saw. They ain't got out like that. And I'm going back a good while, a good long while. I mean, our kids would be, I would say, my daughter's 46 now. It's got to have been 18, no, more than that. She's 46 now. She'd have been about 16. So we're looking at 30 years ago when we saw that. And they've advanced a whole lot better since they've got more, you know, bigger and oh bless you. Yeah, we could actually get took down, but you know, it's just a night to be able to get your things off your chest that you need to, because it is it's a worry for us all. Absolutely a worry for everybody. I don't think nobody's safe. Even these people that think if they go and get themselves tucked up in Cheyenne Mountain or whatever, that, oh, we're going to be safe. No, there's going to be a way to get at them. Hiya, John. How you doing, sweetie? Welcome. There's been no quiz tonight, Chuck, but we're putting well to rights. We're trying. We're trying. I mean, I don't normally talk politics and things, but I've just got them on me tonight. But yeah, I do think something's coming. Something big is coming. But I'm hoping something bigger is coming this way towards us to stop it all happening. Have you found anything, John? What you found? Tell us you found a box of treasure. Yeah, we need... we can't even rise up to it, can we? How do you we can't stand up to government because they won't listen. They're all fighting amongst themselves anyway. You know, you've got they're bringing I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, but they're bringing more and more what do we call them, migrants into country. We haven't got the room. We haven't got enough room for people that we've already got here. Our own servicemen sleeping on bloody streets. Nobody's fussy about getting them somewhere to live, and they actually fought for this country. You know, it's just not good enough. I could, oh God, I could. I tell you what, Harry said to me on the Thursday when it was voting day here in May. He said, are you coming to vote? I said, no. He says, aren't you white? I said, there's nobody to vote for. So he says, oh, I'm going. I says, well, who are you going to vote for? He said, don't know till I get there. And when he got there, he went through all rigmarole, got his card, went into booth to mark his card. He come back out again. He says, where's independent? He said, no, they're independent. Or it up and chucked him, ticket back and walked out. I said, now did you see why I didn't go? I just thought it was so funny because he says, oh, all right, I'll go on my own. Oh dear. Yeah, we little people don't count for anything. Absolutely not. What did John get? I want to know what John got. Just under £4 in a few zips and a murder mystery book. Oh, they're bugger for pull tabs on beaches, aren't they? Oh, well, at least you had a nice time. So, yeah, so, like I say, this government, whoever it is that's going to be in Parliament, when it's all said and done, they need to start taking stock of what we've already got here and stop letting more people come in until we've got some room for them. But I don't know where they're going to put them all. I mean, Harry said they did on one of these podcasts that somebody was saying that anybody that's got a spare bedroom could end up, hiya Eva, welcome. Anybody that's got a spare bedroom, you know, they're going to end up with migrants coming and living in the property with you. No, they're not. Not on my bloody watch, they're not. This is my house, and nobody is uninvited is coming in it to sleep. Nobody. And I don't care who bloody government think they are. But that's just the way I feel about everything. About this country. I have no time for government, whether it be Keir Starmer that's in, and that's Sadiq Khan that's down in London. I have no time for any of them. I don't know about that. I mean, I suffer from COPD, she said, lighted a fag. But I think that's helped me through. I've had COVID 3 times. And the last one was the worst one. And the very fact that I've been having those injections, I think is the only thing that anything I can get my hands on. At the minute, royals. Told you I was a royalist. Yeah. They can't just come and take your property and tell you you've got to, you know, shove somebody in a spare bedroom just because you've got one. They want to come and have a look at my spare bedroom anyway. It's got more stuff in it than this craft room. So good luck to them. Because even my daughter said to me, she's dreading when what happens to me because she's got to come in and sort all this out. So we shall see. Yeah, I know you've got to have them on your tea. I'm really I'm so relieved that I got a clean bill of health, and I do feel for you, Dee, but I do know the scare that you had. For a short spell, I had that scare, and it's not nice. And I'm so worried about you and all what you're having to go through. I really am. It's awful. It really is. But it don't matter what religion, what country you live in. Why can't we just live in goddamn peace? Oh, well, I don't have a choice because I've got COPD under doctors. I have to have the vaccinations or they could stop my medication. They don't give me enough medication anyway. And in actual fact, when I last went for my COPD review, I was having this cancer scare thing going on. And until they got that sorted out and found out one way or other what were happening, I couldn't go back to respiratory team at the hospital. But now they've got that over with, my COPD clinician, whatever they call her, she wants to send me back to respiratory team in the hospital to get further assessed. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't. But you know, when I think how shoddy that people get treated, my brother-in-law at the moment, he's having a cancer scare thing going on, prostate, and they've just been on holiday for 10 days, I think they went for. And the doctor said to him at the hospital, he lives in Orkney, and the doctor at the hospital said, if you hear anything before your holiday, just let them know that you're going away for however long and to organise something for when you get back. So they said they would. They never heard anything. So I thought, oh, we're all right then. So they went away and they've come back. There were nothing when they come back, no letters on in letterbox or anything. So they were okay. It's still waiting. They've been back 4 weeks. He's still waiting. They want him to go and have another colonoscopy done. It's supposed to be urgent, but he's got to go to Aberdeen for it, and they live in Orkney, which means they've got to organise a plane to take him to Aberdeen to get him to hospital and then want to come back. But the hospital are dragging their feet. It's very, very true, that is, but the only thing is, you do have to remember though, Doomhead, that way back, they had cholera and typhoid and all that kind of thing going on. Black Death in London, thousands upon thousands of people died with those kind of things going on. But so it's not like it's something new in the sense that it's happened before. Not necessarily the same illness, but these things have happened before. And it's sort of like a natural, how can I put this without sounding harsh? I don't mean to sound being nasty or anything, but it's like a national clear out, if you like. Natural, not national. A natural, all those that were too weak to stand it, if you know what I mean. So the stronger survived. And I think up to a certain extent, that happens quite often throughout history. Not necessarily recent history, but through, over the years and over the hundreds of years. There's always something to come along. And it is the survival of the fittest, Spherical Head, I agree. Here he is. Where the hell have you been? Oh my God. Oh, Kev, I am so sorry to hear that. I hope he's all right. Your name's been Mud. Don't go in till you've seen. I've come up with a challenge. I've done it. I've done my Elton John thing for you. So you've got to see it. Are you ready for this? I'm turning camera off for a minute while I get ready. Oh, watch for this now. Okay. There you go. Elton John would be proud. All right then, Chuck. Oh, I hope he's okay. I told you I'd do it. But you'll go back to what you were doing, Duck. Look after your dad. I hope everything works out all right for you, Ducks. Thought it was funny, but you weren't come on, though. But just hope everybody's okay and your dad gets better. All right, Flower, you'll get back then. And we'll see you next week, all being well. All right, Flower. Take care, Kev. And on that note, peeps, it's nearly 9:30, so it's time I was getting ready for going on my medication to calm me down. No, just me breathing medication. So I've enjoyed tonight. I've got a lot of stuff off my chest. I hope I've not bored you stupid. But it's been an interesting evening, to be fair. It makes a change from a quiz. So everybody take care. Look after yourselves and your families. And let's pray that tomorrow's a better day. So good night from me. And God bless you all of you. Night, night.